Hello everyone, we are Group 4. Our group has 5 members, Quang Vinh, Thúy Hiền, Quỳnh Chi, Minh Khuê, and me, Khánh Linh. Today we will present about monopolistic competition. And in this chapter, we are going to talk about perfect competition, monopolistic competition, monopoly, monopolistic competition characteristics, how do monopolistically competitive firms choose price and quantity, and do they earn economic profit? So first, let's look at the perfect competition. This includes competitive market and monopoly. So what is a competitive market? A competitive market is defined as a market where there are a numerous number of buyers and sellers. In the competitive market, there are undifferentiated products, and there are also no barriers to entry and exit, so it has no market power. A monopoly is a firm where the sellers face no competition, as they are the sole sellers of goods, and it is where there are no close substitutes, and there are barriers to the entry of monopoly, so it has a complete market power. Let's come to the imperfect competition. This includes monopolistic competition and oligopoly, but we are just going to find out about monopolistic competition in this chapter. So, monopolistic competition lies between the two extreme cases, competitive market and monopoly. It has a large number of producers and consumers. The products are similar, but they are not identical. There are no barriers to entry and exit in monopolistic competitive industry, so it has a small amount of market power. For example, in the publishing industry, there will be many publishers and buyers. Many books vary from genre, writing styles to authors. Publishers can charge the price they want for the book. Next, my teammates Wang Bin will continue our presentation.
Okay, so moving on to the next part, we will represent about how do the monopolistic competitive firms choose price and quantity, and how do they earn economic profit. So in this part, we will examine in the two times horizon, that is in the short run and in the long run. I will present the short run, and my friend Hui will present the long run. So talking about the short run, each firm in monopolistically competitive market is likely a monopoly. So the firms in this market face a downward sloping demand curve. Like for example, uh, two companies with two same products will lead to the increase in the quantity, which leads to the decrease in price. So therefore, different products leads to the downward sloping in the demand curve. And to find the profit maximization, the company needs to producing the quantity where the marginal revenue equal to the marginal cost. So in order to find out this equal, they must use the demand curve to set the price. And in both panels of this figure, the profit maximizing quantity is found at the intersection of the marginal revenue and the marginal cost curves. So after found the quantity, we will find the price, which we will straight the points we've just found into the demand curve. And when looking leftward to the price vertical, we can have the profit maximizing price. And in the first panel, price exceeds average total cost, so the firm makes a profit. And in the other panel, price is below average total cost. So in this case, the firm is unable to make a positive profit. So the best the firm can do is to minimize the losses. Uh, To sum up, in the short run, a monopolistically competitive firm chooses its quantity and price same as the monopoly does. My friend Hui will represent the long run.
Okay, a monopolistic competitor in the long run. As you can see, we have two cases, K1 making money and case 2 making losses. And in the case 1, the profit encourages entry. What does it mean? If a firm are making profit, that's actually a new firm will enter the market, and that shift the demand curve for the current firm shift to the left, and which mean that the quantity demand decrease and lead to the profit decrease too. And in the case 2, making losses calls firms to leave the market. What does it mean? If a firm are making losses, and the old firm will exit and shift the demand curve for remaining firm shift to the right, and which means that the quantity demand increase and lead to the profit increase too, and which reduce the losses. And if the process of entries and exit continue until the whole forms in the market making economic profit exactly zero, that's called the long run equilibrium. Okay, look through the figure 3. In the long run, if you want to find out the profit maximizing quantity, that is the same in the short run. That is a intersection between the marginal cost curve and marginal revenue curve at the point P. And in the monopolistic competitions, we have the ATC curve tangent to the demand curve at the point A. And at this point, we have the price equal the average total cost, and um, and at this price, it maximize the profit. And when you apply into the mathematic solving problem, you make sure that is the point A and point P at the same Y on the line up, and which not is coincidence. If you want the form, the quantity maximize profit and the maximum profit is exactly zero. You need to be careful with that. And if you do the mathematics is not have the light up, you need to check it again. So this is the end of my group presentation. Thank you for listening.